This is Sound City.
I have been waiting for this moment for a long time. Has it been a year? A couple of months, not a year. Ladies and gentlemen, Saeon is in the house.
Yes.
Come on now.
Woo!
What's happening? Why all of you are so proud? Can I clap for Saeon?
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Elo.
What's up, Saeon?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm all right. I remember the last time we spoke. It was fun then. You had just come out with a new single, and then it was really cool, and you were very friendly, but it was just OAP artist friendly. But now we're real friends. That's good. I know,
and I have to say, you are an amazing person. By the way, you guys listening to the radio station, Sound City Radio, Elo is the most amazing person that I know on the radio. Might be in life, but I don't want to just push it too much. But he's amazing. He's such an amazing person. Thanks so much for being a good friend. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. That's a lot. That's a lot. I will record this and play it a lot. And Okay, first off, new single out, Rebirth. This we've been anticipating this because videos has been flying everywhere. We've seen posts and stuff. So talk to me about Rebirth. What's happening?
Rebirth is just being made anew to me.
Yeah.
Rebirth to me means several things. I feel in general, every individual has several lives, not just one life.
Yeah.
And in life, there's always a growth stage. There's always levels that you have to surpass. So when you surpass one level and you learn the lessons, you can move on to the next level. Yeah. If you don't learn the lessons, then you keep on rotating in the previous level. And so I feel I was rotating in a level for a very long time till I came to this point of what quote unquote epiphany, rebirth, renewal of self, And so when you graduate to the next level, I feel you die to some things that you were used to, the former things you were used to. You die to yourself, and then you're made anew in your thinking, in your behavior, and all of that. And so obviously levels, graduating till the final life, which is death in a physical form. So I feel I definitely have graduated to a next level with my rebirth. I had to die to self to, unlearn and relearn things that, are my truth, which is what I'm speaking right now. And, it's definitely the grace of God. I have to mention that. And it's definitely a divine thing to be reborn. So shouts to everyone who's currently going through a next level process, a rebirth process, who relates it's not an easy thing to I guess go through, but then when you come out of it like the phoenix from the ashes, or an eagle who's being reborn. You know the story about the eagle, right?
Yes. Yeah, how it sheds its feathers.
Exactly. And so if it's able to do that, and go through that tedious, stressful process of shedding and plucking out its feathers, or removing its talons, or its beak and all of that, then it lives on for another 40 years, because the lifespan of an eagle is 40 years. So if it's able to go through that process, then it lives on for 80 years. So yeah, that's pretty much what rebirth is about.
Wow, that's very deep. I'm preach. I'm beaming with smiles because I want to say a lot of stuff, but I'm no, hold it back.
No, please say. I just wanted to get that out of my system, because this is a project, or this is a record that I've been waiting for to come out. It's so dear to me. It's so real and so true to me. And I think the beautiful thing is that it's not just about me. It's about everyone. Everyone can relate to it. Everyone will relate to it. At least I hope so, because rebirth is something that everyone goes through.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very true. It's great, to hear you speak with so much hope and confidence and passion. It's joyful, because I remember during the period some of those things were happening. How you were so down. So it's great to see you up now. But a lot of people don't know what happened with you and why you were away for a while. So do you want to share that with us?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I must say before I answer that question that you kind of helped me. I don't know if you know this, but that the fact that you were there for me and just always like checking in on me and just encouraging me, and even like so well versed in the Word of God, like that inspired me and that kept me going. It was like, you know, an add-on for me. So thank you. But for those who don't know, last year was a very interesting year for me. I started out strong because I was pushing, you know, I remix, which I'd done with Vector, YC, Terry Apala, Iceberg Slim, and it was going well. And so I'd gone to the UK and done like a little media tour and all of that, and I was coming back to drop the project, and my dad passed. So that really took me by surprise, took my family by surprise, took our friends by surprise, because nobody saw that coming. I mean, I don't know if people are like me, but I sometimes think about, you know, losing people, and I just pray that, you know, God gives me enough time, you know, to learn and to be with them, to learn from them and to be with them. And I miss my dad so much. Like, he is the reason that I make music. We were always at loggerheads, but we definitely loved each other. He introduced me to music. You know, he would tell me to write lyrics of, you know, songs from back in the day, and I think that kind of honed my songwriting skills. And he had like exclusive listens before even you, before everyone. My dad would have his headphones on, bumping my music, basically, even the ones that were quote unquote, you know, sexy or naughty. Like, I would walk away, but he would bump them. You know, bless his soul, rest his heart in peace. And he was just always proud to tell everyone that my daughter is a performing artist. So I definitely miss him. I miss him, and it was tough for me, so that's why I've been away for such a long time.
Well, I mean, it's good that you're back. A lot of people find themselves in that space and don't have the strength to, you know, pull through. So it's good that you're back. I'm pretty sure your dad would be super proud of you, like, you know, seeing you, you know, do all this great stuff. I mean, you have the merch, you have so much going on for you, and you spoke about your songwriting, and. So let's talk about songwriting for the project. We're going to talk about the project in a bit, but songwriting for the project. Also, the fact. Wait. First of all, you wrote Rebirth.
Yes, I did.
How did you? Wait, I don't even. How did you link up with Black Magic? How did the writing for the song come through? What give me the whole backstory.
I mean, Black Magic was one of the first artists that I got acquainted with when I just, you know, started out in the industry. Like far back in 2008. He and, you know, Syndicate Records and all that, Icon. So I remember, like, he reached out to me. He said he wanted to work with me on a project and all of that. He wanted me to, you know, just, I guess, help out with his project. So he was doing like a body of works, you know, letters from a girl or something like that. And so we just went into the studio. Icon was on the beats, and we chopped it up, and Rebirth came about. Like, you know, all those really nice melodies. I love it when you smile at me. You never have to leave with me. I'll be the happiness that moves your heart. And when you sleep, I find my way into your dreams. So it was definitely one of the dopest records that I've been like, opportune to be a part of. And you know, the outcome was so amazing. So I mean,
it's one of his biggest singles. You're out there being modest, but you wrote that song. I said it. You wrote it.
Not to toot my horn, you know, but yeah, shout out to Black Magic.
Yeah, that's pretty decent. Now let's talk about the project, the mixtape album, because I remember when you came the first time and we were talking about this, and you kept correcting me saying it's mixtape album.
Yes.
Not mixtape, not album, mixtape album. So Birth of the Boy Chick. It's good that this first single coming out is Rebirth. So how do you feel now finally being able to put out Birth of the Boy Chick? Did you, after what happened with your dad passing, did you go back to the project to change certain things? What was that? You know,
I get asked this question a lot. People ask me, so have I written, have I like pulled from that? And my answer is no. And it's surprising to them because everybody expects that. I haven't gone through, you know, such a unfortunate experience or situation, you would just go into the writing, go into this and all of that. But I wanted to just take time to process, because a lot of things were happening at the same time. I want to take time to process. I want to take time to, I guess, stack up the inspiration, so that when I finally hit the studio, everything that's going to come out is just going to be raw and pure. I didn't want to plan it. I didn't want to preempt it. I didn't want to, guide it. I wanted it to just come out unfiltered. And so I didn't write. So everything that I had finished the album. I had finished the mixtape album rather before this happened, and it's kind of weird because I said this a couple times. When I started writing, I didn't go to school for writing. Nobody taught me how to put melodies together or put lyrics to words. I was just in class one day, boring class, math. My math is crap, by the way. Melodies were in my head.
Same here.
I always knew I wanted to do music, and so I guess it was just I believed it till it happened. I was 13, and I just wrote a song, and from then I kept on writing. But then I noticed that sometimes I predict with my writing. So I may not necessarily have gone through something, but I write about it, and then it becomes reality. So that made me realize that as a creative, you have power.
Yes.
And what I tend to do is when I predict something that is good, I try to, I accept it. And if it's bad, or if I write something that is bad, I just try and rebuke it or whatever. Yeah. But it's so weird how
that whole thing
these things hadn't happened, but then they speak my truth right now. The things that I wrote. So it's definitely a divine feeling. I always say I want to have an out of body experience to see where I'm downloading the information from a different different realm, a different ether or whatever. But yeah, shouts to God, man, for the inspiration.
please, I would like you to write something about me. Winning a contract of 30 billion.
All right, let's do this.
I know it will come to pass.
Amen.
Okay, now let's talk about the producers you worked with for the album. First off, starting with Rebirth, then going forward.
Yeah, Rebirth was produced by this amazing producer, D-Will. Okay. He produced Jagaban for YC. He also produced an I Remix. Yeah. So yeah, that was by D-Will. I worked with him as well as Karma.
Yay, Beats by Karma.
Yes, Beats by Karma. He has a couple production credits on the mixtape album. Yeah. I also worked with Tintin. I worked with some cats that are unknown. There's this guy called OJ and JRS. Okay. JRS is one of the first producers I started working with when I started, going into the studio, and he has a production credit on there. So.
Okay, so that's good. That's good. So when does the mixtape album drop? Exclusive.
It drops next month. Hey! That's all I can tell you.
You heard it first here. Nowhere else. Okay, so yeah, just saying.
I mean, I had to do it for you.
Hey,
you're my guy now.
Thank you very much. After that, I told you, I said I'll bite you if you don't bring this here.
I couldn't even look you in the eye if I didn't come here. So I'm happy.
We know the song is dropping today. So where do we get the song? For those people who really want to cop this, because they're gonna check it out. It's gonna be playing here exclusively for a while. But where do they get the song?
It's gonna be available on my website. It's gonna be available across all digital distribution platforms. So iTunes, Spotify, Deezer, SoundCloud, Tidal, Amazon, and the rest of them, Boomplay, MTN Music Plus. So it's available everywhere. The information is going to go out obviously from my social media first, so Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You can follow me there at Saeon Moruda. Saeon Moruda is spelled SAEON MORUDA, and my website is www.saeonmoruda.com.
All right, beautiful. It's going
to be available there.
Beautiful. Two more questions and I'll let you go.
Okay.
First off, now I know the general feeling is okay, I'm good, but I like to think that we're very honest with each other. So tell me now, how do you feel coming back?
I feel like I haven't done this before. I feel like a baby. Like I feel like everything is just fresh and new. A part of me, I'm not scared. But when you just have those little voices in your head just trying to nullify what you've been doing, what you've been working so hard for. So I get those sometimes, but I'm rest assured, because I know that this is the time. it couldn't have come out any other time but now.
Perfect.
And I have peace about it because I know that I spoke my truth. I said my truth. I said everything comes from a very great place. You know, I restituted, I acknowledged everything that has gone on, the parts that I had faults in, the parts that, you know, I found myself in, which I'm thankful for everything, because they brought me to this very point, everything that I've had to go through in life, not just in the music industry, but just in life. So I'm thankful for those experiences. And I just want to encourage everyone, like, you may think that things are like not working out, you may think that things are hard, but everything works out for our good eventually. It's just that we don't have the puzzle. We don't have all the pieces of the puzzle, you know, but with time, hard work, perseverance, and, you know, the grace of God and just growth, everything will come to pass. So.
It's so amazing, because I was talking about this on the radio, this exact sequence you just followed, you know, patience, perseverance, growth, like 2-3 days ago on the radio. It's just, it's amazing. So, like, you know, yeah, Saeon is a great mind, so I'm bouncing now. Great
we think alike. That's amazing.
Okay, last question now, and then I'll let you go. Okay. What's been the label stance on all of this? How have they been with you?
They have been actually good. We had a meeting with them, my team and I. We went to the label, had a meeting, we showed them everything, the plan, and they're just like supportive. They're here to, you know, help me out. So I'm happy that I have definitely a label that is backing me up. I'm happy that I have label mates that are backing me up, and I just can't wait for the world to hear the single Tomorrow and the project in March. Like, it's taken me 4 years to birth this baby. I'm finally birthing it.
Yeah.
4
years. I mean, nobody's 9 months. Well, 4 years.
Yeah, this one was a different type.
A different type of baby.
Yeah.
Anyways, thank you very much, Saeon, for stopping by.
Thank you for having me so much. Thank you so much for having me, Elo, my bad. Shouts to everyone who's tuned in, who's listening. Shouts to Soundcity Radio and everyone who's holding me down. Rebirth, the single is out now. Go check it out. Go download it. #Rebirth. And I love you guys.
All right, so we're checking out Rebirth right now. Make sure you get it on every platform. And make sure you get ready for the album that drops in March.
This is Soundcity. This is Soundcity. This is Soundcity. This is